biggest issue is the lack of practitionership across all disciplines.
There were a lot of people before that who didn't know who Gary was or weren't that excited. There's a lot more now. 6 a.m. I'm in Atlanta. I can't sleep because I'm so jacked about today. 23rd floor. Oh, yikes. Let's get a shower. Let's get to this. Guys, this is Paul.
Hey, what's going on?
Super cool. We met, similar stories, bizarrely similar stories. He's got his Gary V t-shirt
We met
on.
over a Gary V t-shirt.
That's how it works, right?
It's just like throwing a flag up.
I hear Paul has a really good podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
The Reinvention. So if you go to thereinvention.com, we're actually about to launch season 1. We have some good guests.
He's already been interviewing like the best speakers here. We got stuff from the conference. Yep. Super cool, dude.
Gonna try to
his
get Gary
story
V.
is good. We're all gonna try and get Gary V.
That's how it works.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, man.
So I was planning to get out here early, grab a coffee, go to the store. I got talking to Paul for a while. Super cool dude. Crazy similar story. Anyway, also a fellow big Gary V fan. Great chats and interesting to hear other people that have been inspired by somebody. For me personally, I hope the legacy that I leave is similar to a guy like Gary. A lot of cool architecture around here in Atlanta though, I'll tell you that much. Last time I was in Atlanta, I don't know what was wrong with me. I didn't love it. Now I love it. I just got out, explored a little bit more. It's beautiful, and there's tons to do, and there's great food. I'm going to a basketball game tonight, but first, conference. All right, we're here at CBT Automotive Conference. I thought it was going to be huge. Like the speaker lineup, like Scott Stratton from on marketing, Jon Acuff, Dr. Lipkin on millennials, Peter Lito, head of retail or automotive for Google, and Gary Vaynerchuk, who I'm a huge fan of. You've been following this vlog for any period of time. I was like Googling conferences going like automotive conference, Gary Vaynerchuk, this one popped up. Speaker lineup, so good, but there's not that many people here, which actually makes it very interesting because I'd love to just shake Gary's hand and say thank you for all he's done for me. So probably going to do that. I'm here with former apprentice, now my client who can fire me if I want to, the one and only Amanda Bourgeois.
Hi.
Let's go to this. We're going to meet Gary. You're going to meet Gary?
Yes.
You're going to be my cameraman woman.
Can I take a picture with him?
No, not if you get in the way of me taking a picture. Okay. Basically picking up front row seats here early. I like Jon Acuff a lot. He's up first, and then Gary. I wouldn't say he's opening for Gary. He's awesome too. He might feel that way though.
Have your attention, please. Please be seated. Silence all cell phones and electronic devices. We are ready to begin the CBT Automotive Conference and Expo.
On the other end of the spectrum is an industrial designer in Atlanta.
his company came to him and said, we love your work, you've been with us for 10 years, you're a great employee, but we need you to learn AutoCAD now. That's where we're headed. And he said, I'm faster than AutoCAD, I'm better by hand. And for a minute he was, but eventually you lose that race, and he lost his job and an involuntary change happened. Now this isn't just jobs that this works for, this is relationships too. Maybe you and your spouse realize things are okay, but they could be better, so you make voluntary changes. You go to counseling, you work on the relationship. Or you use the American F word for marriage, which is fine. And the fun thing is, none of those words are surprising. Nobody right now is going to be like, at Jon Acuff just said relationships matter. He sure is tall and smart. Like, nobody's going to say that. Tall part, maybe. You can't tell up here. 20 years ago on a Monday, you come to work and somebody goes, what'd you do this week? And you said, I didn't leave the couch. I watched like 14 hours of TV. And they go, do you want to talk to HR? Now, what happens when you tell a friend you just finished a season? When you say, I just binge watched all of House of Cards. They recommend another show. They go, don't stop there. Eat this show too. My favorite way to learn how to see is to look at our character. And character, just simply put, is who you are. Like philosophers have argued it for centuries, it's just who you are. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. And my favorite way to think about character, my favorite way to think about seeing new chances, new jump moments, is with empathy. And I know empathy feels like a soft word for a business setting, like it sounds like a candle flavor at Bed Bath & Beyond. We're like, sandalwood and empathy. It's an essential oil. I put it behind my ear, it makes me taller. Like, I get that. But here's how I define empathy. It's understanding what someone needs and acting on it. Developed it works here. And I would say that some people more naturally have it. I don't think it's, I don't think it's sweatpants when you get home. Like, I'm at home. I don't have to treat the people in this house for $20. And when I tell companies that, the company goes, the day before the biggest event going on.
Just got a partner, we're now launching Venom 2. Did a vlog before the page and Mrs. Gary Vee. I was like, I gotta do something. So
there's three things that are pointing to. One, he teaches sophomore Sunday school. Like, he's a billionaire. Like, he knows some thousands. Like, I'm too busy for people. Like, I'm living that 2,000-year life. Two, the kid had his phone number. Like, not his Google Voice, just what you can do.
huge fan of it, man. Great stuff.
People don't bother you, you told you're too important.
Yes, people, that was me getting a selfie with Gary Vee and chatting with him for a little bit, snuck in there before the crowds came. Honestly, it's crazy because like when he was at Super Bowl, the police had to shut down because there were hundreds of people hanging out here, and we're at such a small venue that you have access to a guy who's like kind of a world superstar. So pretty cool. Anyway, huge inspiration to me. I'm pumped. Paul, who we met earlier on the vlog, Gary said he'd do a podcast with him, so I'm going to try and video that, and that would be super duper cool. See what happens.
Again, without any further ado, we'll roll the clip and we'll introduce Gary Vee. Thank you.
I'm coming to Atlanta to bring it.
Right.
And then I don't care. You're not my mom. The largest issue is the lack of practitionership across all disciplines to then be able to weigh the benefits. And to me, that is something I've become massively obsessed with. I only care about one thing. There's only one thing in the world I care about, which is attention. I want to know where the attention is, and then I want to figure out how to storytell to it to make the outcome that I want to happen. Whether that was to sell wine, whether that's to turn you into a New York Jets fan, whether that's to raise money for my nonprofits, whatever my punch, my right hook, whatever I'm trying to accomplish is, I can't do anything until I have your attention. How quickly I would fuck your world up if I bought a dealership in your town. Not because I'm so special, but because you're wasting money. You're just throwing money away, and I just wouldn't, and that would play itself out over time. And that's why I've been successful in every business that I've run and every business that I impact. It's just trading attention. What I'm scared of is you're making business decisions based on romance. That's what I'm scared of. That you're making business decisions with complete lack of education. You've decided the ROI of Facebook, you have no idea what's happening there. You may not even have a Facebook account, and you've definitely never run an ad on it. If you do not believe in what you sell, you've lost. If your children's health depended on what you sell working, and you think, no, I don't want to do that because I know it doesn't work, but that's what pays my bills, you need to think about that. It's a losing formula. Everybody I've ever watched, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, has lost with this formula. And the way to win is, if you believe in what I believe, you need to put yourself in a position to sell what you believe in. The reason I'm the best goddamn salesperson you've ever met is I believe in everything I've ever sold.
Okay, so Justin from Pigeon Social, started in the automotive in kind of the middle of my career. Now, biggest client is there. 2016 was really the year of the jab for us. We hired full-time content creators at all of our big dealerships, who they create value-based content for our current customers. Here's how you do this, here's how you do that. Not selling, but this year we're trying to get into throwing some right hooks. And I did a deep dive into the data for the client, and it's like AdWords is a big waste of money if you're not watching it very carefully. So we've hired a full-time...
Everything is.
Right.
Facebook is a big waste of money, radio is a big waste of money, influencer marketing is a big waste of money. When you're not watching, you're losing.
But do you end up hurting yourself by kind of flooding it where everybody just sees you all the time?
Because they won't. Just because you're in the news feed, they might have been going through it and their kid dropped something and now they just missed you.
Right.
Like, people's attention is very difficult to catch. There's no such thing as overexposure in our new world.
Gary, you've been awesome. We appreciate your time. I think we went a little bit over, but again, you guys, give him a round of applause.
What'd you think, Amanda? Was he cool?
Yeah, I am inspired.
Tony Trusoff, director of
That was flipping crazy. Crazy! Wow! So pumped.
Enjoy your lunch, everyone.
I will tell you, there were a lot of people before that who didn't know who Gary was or weren't that excited. There's a lot more now. This is the meet and greet.
So we just scored a podcast with Gary V, and in true form, he said we're going to do it while we're walking. So we're going with one mic, and we're going to see what happens. He agreed to do a 5-minute podcast, but he said we're going to be on the move. So
what's up, you guys? Justin Rivas, trying to help out any way I can.
Hey, this is called the Reinvention Podcast. I'm here with the Gary Vaynerchuk, and Gary, thanks for agreeing to do the podcast.
I'm so happy for Paul that he's getting to do this podcast.
Shit starts opening up.
Your next book is going to be thanks for taking 2 minutes to the Reinvention Podcast.
Reinvention, baby. Love you guys. Good luck.
Gary,
It's a meeting event. Thank you for doing it.
thank you.
How do you feel?
For like the first 15 seconds, I forgot to press record.
Oh no! You got it?
I did.
You remembered at the
I
end?
did. I was in there. I'm like, did I just turn it on?
Oh. You did it though.
Rookie mistakes, but I think we got what we needed. Dude, thank you so much.
Hey, it was so good to meet you.
You gonna be
man.
around today?
Yeah, totally. This was a fun day, a really fun day, and we still got a basketball game. And I don't really care. I mean, it'll be fun, but definitely my highlight.
This is like your highlight.
This is definitely my highlight. Thanks for bringing me to the conference, Amanda.
I'm glad to make your dreams come true.
My dreams have come true.